Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make an easy, full vegan breakfast. So I'm going to be making some muffins. So you're going to need some English muffins. I got the sourdough ones and I think they taste better. I'm going to be using some tofu, some veggie bacon, some cheese. I have smoked Gouda and provolone, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The smoked Gouda I think is the best. And if you want to make your sandwich a little fancier, you can also add some mayo, avocado, and tomatoes, but I ran out, so. And then we're also going to be making some loaded potatoes, I guess you could say. So we're using some red potato, a yellow onion, a green bell pepper, and a red bell pepper. If you just want to use one, that's fine, or if you want to do all the colors, you could do that as well. And then we're just going to have a small side of fruit, so I'm using a kind of ripe banana and some strawberries. Okay, so the potatoes take the longest to cook, so I'm actually going to do that first. And for this recipe, I actually don't want the potatoes to be that small because I just like taste. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, some of this is bad. Whoops. And then you could also peel your potatoes, but I actually like them with the skin, so I'm going to be leaving it on. So you want them, even this is kind of small. I low-key wanted them bigger. Kind of like this size. Did it focus? No. Kind of like this size. And I'm doing 4 medium-ish potatoes. And I know I cut my potatoes terribly, but it gets the job done. Watch, I'm gonna cut a finger off. Okay, so I have a pot here and it has some boiling water, and I'm actually going to cook these in the water first before marinating them with the bell peppers and onion, just because the pieces are really big and I don't want them to be undercooked, and I don't like using a lot of oil to get them cooked. Yeah, don't be putting these in there. I totally missed that. And I actually only ended up using 3 of the potatoes because it was a lot. And because the water is boiling, be careful dropping them because you will burn yourself. I low-key did earlier, and so that's why I'm using this spatula now. And you don't want to cook them all the way because they will get soft. So you want to cook them till they're about probably 3/4 cooked, and then they'll fully cook once you put them with the onions and all that. So we're just gonna let that boil again, and you don't have to put it in here while the water is boiling, but I just feel like it cooks faster, and I'm hungry, so yep. Okay, so for the onion, this onion's already okay. If I can cut it, this onion was already cut in half, so I'm not gonna have to do an extra step. But I like to cut my onion low-key kind of big because I love grilled onions, and so I cut them this size, but again, it's all up to your preference. You can stop. Okay, so for the bell pepper, I'm actually not going to be using the entire thing. So I'm only going to be using half of the green one and half of the red one. And also, if you're paying attention to my knife skills, please don't. This is literally a super cheap, I forgot the word knife. There we go. Super cheap knife. So it's not very sharp, and I'm struggling with it. But, you probably have a better knife at home. So I basically just take out the insides of the bell pepper and the seeds and all that, like so. And again, I like these kind of big. Why did I stand up? So first I cut it into slices. Maybe even half is a lot. Nah, I like my veggies. Okay, so once you cut them in little strips, then I'm just gonna cut them into thirds, like that. So that's for the green bell pepper, the onions, and you're gonna do the exact same thing for the red bell pepper. Okay, so once the potatoes are almost fully cooked, about 3/4, I just checked. So a fork should be able to go through it pretty easily, but it shouldn't desbaratarse, it shouldn't fall apart. So I put in 2 tablespoons of some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to put in my onions and bell peppers and all that. Okay, so now the bell peppers are cooked. They're not fully cooked, but you know, we're still gonna add the potatoes and finish cooking them off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add them and mixing everything so that everything tastes delicious. I wish y'all could smell this because it smells pretty great. Okay, and so once it's basically almost all cooked, I should have probably cooked the potatoes less time in the water, but I can't turn back time. So I'm gonna use some garlic salt, and it has basically everything. So you just need this one ingredient. And you're gonna mix this to, you know, get the flavor everywhere. And then what you could do also, just for the last few minutes or whatever, you can coat this with a lid just so that the steam really helps it cook faster and you don't have to add more oil. So I actually turned off the heat now. And once this is all coated, just gonna cover this. Obviously I need a bigger lid, and I'm gonna just let it chill there for a minute or two. Okay, so instead of using eggs, I'm obviously gonna be using tofu. So I already cut out the edges and I actually drained the water in the sink. So it's gonna come out like not a cube, a rectangle prism, whatever, this block. And so I'm gonna cut it into thin pieces. Usually if someone doesn't like tofu, I cut them thinner so they don't taste it as much. But I don't mind it, personally. And we're gonna be using 2 for each sandwich. Wow, my cutting is good for once in my life. Oh my god, I never get it that good. Okay, so now we have our little strips, and they're really wet, so I usually get some paper towels or something, and I just try to get some more of that juice out. You don't have to do it, but I think it's better. Okay, so now we're gonna cook the tofu slices. So I literally put some oil on the pan. I don't think there's gonna be enough room for this. Be careful because the oil will dump. And I'm also going to be adding the veggie bacon. Ow. And I also like to flip the bacon right away because I want it all to get oil so that it can be nice and crispy. Okay, so once everything is mostly fully cooked, I'm going to be adding some seasoned salt to the tofu. And no, this is not going to taste like egg. I'm not really trying to make the tofu taste like egg. So then I'm going to flip that. I always get so nervous on camera and I suck. Wow, look at me not sucking at the ones. Okay, so we're going to actually be using 2 per sandwich. So I'm actually going to kind of set them together because obviously a muffin is not that big. And then what I'm going to do is add the cheese. So I'm putting the cheese down and I'm putting the other cheese down. Oh, this is so hard to do by yourself. Then I'm going to go ahead and put 3 on there. It will be super hot. Duh. Okay. Ow, it does not help that I don't have nails. Bam. And then, basically, you can cover this to melt the cheese more, but it's already melted, so I don't have to. Vegan cheese usually takes longer to cook, so I usually have to do that. but it's super hot today. Alrighty, and here's our finished product. So we have our breakfast sandwich, and I did add some mayo and avocado to it. You don't have to have some fruit, and then the veggies. So here we have our taste tester.
Right. Taste test right here. Let's see how this shit goes.
Ooh, nice and crispy.
So good.
Alrighty, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you do make it, let me know how you liked it, and if you have any other recommendations for what you would like me to do, leave it down at the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that thing. Alrighty, have a great day. Bye.